So, hey guys, so welcome to my YouTube channel. Today is a Sunday, 10 weeks out from the competition. So right now I want to do my Sunday meal prep. So I want you to join me guys and show you how I do my meal prep. Like right now I want to start with boiling my rice as I'm cooking for the whole week, then put them on the refrigerator almost the whole week, because at some point I find myself the food, and maybe I cook twice in a week, so on a Sunday and maybe on a Wednesday or Thursday. So like right now I want to start with the rice. I want to boil the rice and then cook the meat. After cooking the meat, now I can pack my food in the fridge so that I can also show you how is my meal plan, what I'm eating as I'm preparing for my competition in Spain. So let's start. Let's go. So right now I'll start with the rice. As I've told you, I want to measure the rice. I'll be doing like 2 cups of rice. That will take me most likely up to Wednesday or Thursday. 2 cups of rice, and then we can start cooking the meat. So for me, I like basmati rice because of the fact that how it releases itself and become moja moja. It becomes one, and it doesn't become like mushy. So for me, I like my rice like that. So that's why I always choose the basmati rice, and it's really good and tasty. This is the basmati rice. This is my to-go rice any day. So at some point, the way I'm saying, like for me, I'm a basmati person. So at some point for me, my source of carbohydrates mostly is rice. But you find other people, they also do sweet potatoes and also potatoes. But for me, I usually prefer rice because most of the time when I've been using the rice, it makes me feel a bit fuller. And also for the rice is a bit much more calorie dense compared to the potatoes. Like you find like potatoes has a bit of the same measurements for potatoes and rice. You find the potatoes has a bit of much lower calories. And you find like most people, so as to be on a calorie deficit, they end up preferring the potatoes. When they're on a caloric deficit, they prefer the potatoes or sweet potatoes, prepping with them compared to rice. And at some point, that one also makes you even much more shredded. But for me, I prefer the rice because it gives me, even though I'm on a calorie deficit, it gives me that fullness while I'm training. So for me, most of the time I use. And also one thing about for the potatoes, at some point it makes me feel a bit bloated. That's why I avoid the sweet potatoes. But most people, you find them using it. Also, something about the rice. I guess I prefer cooking rice because also it's a bit much easier compared to the sweet potatoes. I feel sweet potatoes has a lot of work, so also that's another factor of why for me I prefer cooking the rice. And also at some point, let's say if the rice won't go, like if it's not enough, still I can always, for it's just putting water and rice and it cooks. You give it like 20 minutes while sitting and doing something else and already it's cooked. So for that one, I don't really mind. Compared to the sweet potatoes, you have to wash it, you have to wash it. And also at some point, for me, I don't like, at some point you find people like eating sweet potatoes with the skin. For me, I don't like it. So you end up skinning it. So for me, that's one of the reasons still I prefer the rice, because it's much way easier. But also you find like, also the reason some people always ask like, why don't I do ugali? Like also ugali, it's hard to prep. Ugali like when you enjoy the most ugali, it's the point when you umetoka kwa moto, when it has come out of the heat. That's when you enjoy. So if you imagine like cooking ugali and putting it for the whole week, like it doesn't have that flavor of the ugali, and it becomes a bit hard and you can't cook ugali on a, for me prepping like this, I can't cook ugali on a daily basis. And also the fact that at some point I come out of work late, you're tired and you, at that moment, you don't want to come and just start cooking. You just want to maybe come eat and maybe go to bed. We're waiting for here for the, oh yeah, I've added the salt. Yeah. So right now also as the rice is cooking, I want to have my third meal of the day. So, and then I come and continue with the meal prep. So what am I eating? Let me show you. As usual, I'm eating rice and meat, but today the difference is I got a new recipe. Even it's one of the recipes I'll be showing you today. I got a new recipe from my girlfriend's mother. So yeah, at least for this one it's much more tastier. So yeah, let me enjoy it, then we go back to the cooking. So guys, as I eat over here, at least you can talk. So far, how have I been feeling since the prep started? Like, so far the prep has been good. Apart from maybe this week it has been, the last week it has been a bit hard as the family was around. But so far, the progress that I've seen, like, I feel like this time it's a bit, not a bit, it's much more better compared to when I started last time. Like, last time I started at 91, maybe 92 kg, but I didn't reach like a significant 92 kg. But this time it was around 95 kg. And right now, like when I measured, when I was in Kisumu, I was 90.7. So, but I saw like this week it fluctuated a bit. Yesterday when I measured, it was a bit around 92, but still also I felt like I hadn't gone to the washroom properly. Also at the same time, I had a bit of, maybe I held a bit of water because of the way we had traveled, we had gone. I wasn't so strict, not like I didn't follow the diet to the letter. I wasn't, yes, I was on a diet, but at the same time, like the diet, I had to figure out a way through in which, even though I'm out there, like a way I can stick to my meal plan, but it's a bit hard. But so far, still I can see the lines have come much more better in my body. And so far, I feel so good, confident, but at some point also for us, we have a bit of self-doubt whereby you feel like you didn't become big enough, but as time goes, you're like, oh, yes, I look good. Like body dysmorphia, whereby you feel like, am I growing too small or too quickly? But yeah, at some point, I put myself like, yeah, I've done my best through that off-season. Right now, we want to see the fruits of the off-season. And obviously, at some point, it's my mind where it's playing with me. And understanding that fact, that I did my best, and also I've become even much bigger than I've ever been before. So understanding that and keep on replaying it in my mind, and I've done my best, I guess it calms me down. And also seeing like the progress right now at my heaviest, and still I can see a decent amount of lines, not like competition mode, but I've started shredding. I guess that's good progress. Not I guess, yeah, that's good progress. At least for this food right now, it has a bit of flavor compared to the ones before that I was just boiling. And also, this week something amazing has happened. I had an issue with a lot of heartburn, but this week it has become a bit much more better. The heartburn wasn't as much. not even as much. It was zero, and still I was eating food with spices. Before, it was real bad when I eat food with spices. Like, it just reacts. Apart from the day before yesterday, where I felt like I ate something bad and it reacted with my stomach. Huh? But so far, the heartburn that I was each and every time that was disturbing me, right now it has become much better. So I'm happy about that, and at least it's happening like that when still we are pushing the prep. So at least for that, I'm happy about that. So yeah, I guess so far that's how I feel about the prep. But one thing I know, like, that competition we have to go and win. So let me finish eating now and go back to cooking. So guys, I'm back. Now we have the meat. So as I was shown by my mother-in-law, to fry, like, for this 1 kg, I separated it to 1 kg because of the taste. I don't want it to be too much. When I cook it too much, the taste goes away. So even I prefer, let me just cook like 2 times, because it takes me like maybe even 15 to 20, 15 minutes to 20 until it's imeiva, until it's cooked. So what I do, I add a bit of normal oil, but not too much, just small, because we are frying it. Just small oil, and then I'll start heating the oil over here. I want the oil to heat a bit, and then I've put like, this is like maybe almost a tablespoon of oil that I've put over here, and then I'll cook this one, and then afterwards I'll cook the other one. So when I fry this one, let me put it, I guess. When I fry this one, I'll put each and every spice right now. Let me put the... So I'll put a bit of salt. Then I'll put paprika. Then I want to put even ketchup. So I'll put also because I want it to be a bit juicy, because for me what I was doing before, it's like literally I was boiling it and waiting. I put salt, and then for the meat has its own water, and then I wait until the water comes out. So you find like most of the meats, like, they are in balls, and it's not really tasty. But also the reason it has been hard for me to spice up my meat, it's because of the way I told you, like, my gut problem. Like, I had a lot of heartburn. When I put a lot of black pepper, I get heartburn. When I put garlic, get heartburn. So it was very hard for me to maneuver through and understand which type of food, like, or spices is accepting my body. Like, but like, you find like something like paprika when we cooked with Aunt's mama, when we cooked with her, it didn't affect me. So right now, even what I'll do, I'll start going back to small spices to see which spices affect me, and if they affect me, I remove them. So that's why it's not that I'm a bad cook, but also it's because I can't do a lot of spices. So for this one, also I'll add the ketchup. Let me come. maybe let me see what I can add. Maybe let me try small black pepper. Let me try, but really small. So, as I've told you guys, that's the only main reason that my food is not. Because before I was putting a lot of things, I was making sure to spice it up and make it really good. And then the stomach thing happened. I had even something called, it's still, I guess it's still the gastritis, whereby my stomach has a lot of gas. So to avoid it, I have to check on my diet. So now, we'll give it time for it to cook. But I hope you're enjoying, guys. Yeah. We have to go and win in that competition. We keep on pushing, we are not stopping. Like, at some point, you have those doubts in yourself, but one thing you have to remind yourself, it's the fact that look at your life, where you've been, what you've achieved. And then when you look at that, you're like, oh shit, I've done much. And that's when, like, even the belief system, you're like, yeah, I can do this. And also, for me, one thing I've always done to help me also keep on pushing is the fact that I always remind me, like, I am the best bodybuilder. I am the best bodybuilder. So for the fact that I remind myself that I'm the best bodybuilder, I have to become the best bodybuilder. So let's go. Even for you guys in your goals, man, like, literally, you have to tell yourself, like, you are best at what you do. If I'm the best doctor, if you want to achieve, I'm the best. Like, if you want to be the motivational speaker, you have to tell yourself, I'm the best. If motivational speaker, even if it's a businessman, you have to tell yourself that. So as to allow you to put your mind in that space of whereby you can achieve anything in this life. And that's what we want. And for me, like, yes, I'm the best businessman. I also put it in my mind, and I'm the best bodybuilder, so that I know, like, I'm not limited. I put my mind in a situation whereby I know I'm not limited. Let's go. Let's start a bit. I hope I got the recipe that Aunt's mom provided me with. Yeah. I hope it's good, and I didn't put a lot of paprika. But yeah, I'm sure it's good. So now the first bunch of the meat is cooked. Now I want to put it in a dish, and then now I can cook the other bunch. So for now, I'll just put it in a dish for now, but it's because I want to use this sufuria again. It's hot. And then after this, I'm going to cook again. I'm going to cook again. And also, like, for this one, when it's on the side, I want to pack it in now much smaller dishes. So in this food today, I don't have the vegetables. So you find one thing, you find like, yes, it's, you need the vegetables, you need to cook, but at some point, I guess I would say it's laziness. Like, I don't know, I feel like cooking vegetable is a lot, but literally it's not a lot. I just have to do it. But for today, like, I don't have the vegetables, so it will be on the rice and meat. But also at the same time, like, for the vegetables you need the fiber, but also I get the fiber in the morning from the oatmeals. So, but yeah, you need vegetables. Don't skip your vegetables, even though I'm skipping today. Now we go to number 2. Go to meal number 2. Cooking number 2. So still the same thing, put oil, a bit of oil. Then we let it heat so as for it to and then we do the same thing that we've done. The meat, the paprika, the black pepper a bit, and salt, and a bit of what was it? Oh yeah, ketchup. Yeah. So literally the same thing we do on this one. So guys, we finished up with the cooking the second meat, like the other part of the meat. Now I want to pack the food, so I'll be packing the food in my tins for almost the whole week. So right now that's what I want to do. Let's go, and then I show you like how the packing looks like. Here are my dishes, but also I'm bringing more of them so that I can pack the whole meal for the whole week. That's how we do our meal prep. And I guess this really helps, mostly when you're on a diet. It really helps, and helps you avoid eating from out, for guys who are dieting and trying to achieve their goal. So try it out on a Sunday, or also for people who don't like cooking, you can hire a chef, do a meal prep for you for the whole week. So this is how I do it. People ask me, how do you manage to pack food all through? For me, I'm like, I do a meal prep. I don't cook on a daily basis, because cooking on a daily basis becomes a bit hectic. So guys, I've just finished my meal prep. I've finished packing my food. So at least we are set until, when I'm looking at these meals, until Wednesday evening. We are set until then, but still at the same time, even though we are set until Wednesday evening, at least I have remaining meat and a bit of rice that still I can just serve but not cook. Even if I'm cooking, I guess it's only the rice that I'll add it up, and it's putting water and rice and waiting for it to cook. That's the only thing. So this is how it looks. So this is my plan for the week. At least it makes my work really easy for me planning my week. Like, everything becomes seamlessly. So if you're on a diet, and if you want to achieve that goal, maybe your body goals to avoid you from eating out, try meal prepping, and it will really save your life. Or also you can look for a meal prep company that will help you with your knowing, like, if you know the amount of calorie you have to eat, they can calculate for you and send you the food with the amount of calorie that you need. Like at Eat Clean Achara, they can really help you. So guys, make sure to stay tuned. I hope you enjoyed the video, chilling a bit, bonding a bit, and we are going to win this thing. We are not going to participate, we are going to win. So guys, until I see you next time, cheers. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share to my YouTube videos.